Good afternoon, guys. It's a sunny Wednesday afternoon and this is London Loop Day 8. Today I will be walking section 7 to 5, that's from Ewell all the way to Hamsey Green. Now, on my previous video I was walking from Hatton Cross to Ewell, which is here, and I kept mispronouncing the word Ewell as Ewell, so I do apologise. It is what it is. I did look it up and it said I had to pronounce it a certain way and I got it completely wrong. So yes, it's not Ewell, it's Ewell. So yeah, we're going to walk from Ewell all the way to Banstead, then from Banstead to Coulsdon, then from Coulsdon all the way to Hamsey Green. So I'll be covering 3 sections today. The 3 sections are quite small actually. So the first section I'm walking right now, it's 6.5k. The next one is about 8, and the last one I'll be doing is about 10. So altogether, I'll be walking 22.5k today. So yeah, that's the plan. So let's crack on. So we're about 1.5k into our walk, and we're already walking through a lovely little woodland area. I hope the rest of it is like this because it's actually quite warm today. I might have to take this layer off to sort of stay cool. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward actually. So currently we're about 1.5k into our walk. We are walking towards Banstead Downs, I believe, or Heath, I'm not too sure. Yeah, Banstead, which is that way there. So let's go. Okay, there's a mile marker here with a number 5 and an arrow, but we need to go in this direction. It's a bit of a late one for me actually. Reason being, it's 1:15 now. Normally, I would have started your typical London Loop day about 9:30 in the morning. I'd have been sort of like 10k into the walk. But today, just had a lot to do this morning, so I didn't leave my house till about 11:30. And by the time I got to Waterloo to get the train to Ewell West, I just missed the train, so I had to wait for another 25 minutes for the next one. So by the time I got to Ewell, it was 1:05. So yeah, it's a late one, but it's only 22k. So by the time I've completed it, it would be about 5-6 o'clock. So a good time to finish the hike and avoid all the peak traffic on my way home. Yeah, so we're doing 3 sections today. So section 7 from Ewell to Banstead, then section 6 from Banstead to Coulsdon South, and then 5 from Coulsdon to Hamsey Green. Yeah, 3 sort of medium-sized sections, should be quite scenic, and again, these are areas that I've never walked before, so I'm looking forward to exploring all of this. Just spotted a London Loop sign over there. So we're walking through this really gorgeous woodland area. There's trees on both sides and there's like a path in between. Very autumnal, quite a lot of like browns and oranges, all the autumnal tones I like. Looked up the name of the park. I think it's called the Non-Such Park. It's an odd name for a park, but it's a very beautiful park, and we're going to be walking down this part for the next sort of 500 meters I think, and then we're going to take a right to join another open area. So yeah, so far it's been really good, very clearly signposted, yeah, and quite relaxing as well. And I feel like the temperature's dropped down again, which is always nice, because I was complaining earlier that it was a bit too warm for my liking. Oh well, let's go. We've just made it to Warren Farm. There is a farm, as you can see, there's tractors over there. We are heading on this direction over here. Now, it's good to have a change of scenery because the last section I walked from Hatton Cross to Ewell was mainly sort of, you know, towpaths and woodlands and river walks, whereas now I am back in the middle of an open field, which is quite nice actually. Though I have a bad habit of getting lost in fields, this is, I mean, clearly easy to just follow and walk. So I'm going to make the most out of it. I'm going to enjoy this walk. The sun's back out again. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's crack on with this walk. Just wanted to point out that there are some beautiful cloud formations today. It is meant to rain later in the day today though, but right now, gorgeous fluffy clouds out and about. Now we are out of the open field. We're walking on a nice suburban road towards Banstead Downs. I feel like this is a very, very short section. Yeah, nothing more to report, just, you know, making the most out of this nice day and a nice walk. Okay, we have about another 3 to 3.5 k till we get to Banstead Downs, and the walk is along some quite quiet roads, along the park and some country roads. So yeah, no complaints here at all. I just want to get this section out of the way now because it just feels like a very, very short section. It's been really quiet so far. I'm walking down these quiet suburban roads, minimal traffic, no distraction. It's well signposted. So yeah, relaxing one actually. I guess when I do get to Banstead Downs, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute water break. Okay, we've just entered Banstead Downs. We're still doing section 7, so we've still got about another 1.5 k to go till we get to the bottom end of Banstead Downs and start the next section. It's been good so far. I mean, there's not much to summarise really because it's been a very short section. It's been quite enjoyable. I was able to sort of explore a bit of woodland, a bit of open field, suburban roads. A good mixture of a few different things actually. I guess well, this must be the shortest section of the London Loop. Also quite relaxing. So yeah, no complaints from me. I'm just going to get to the bottom of Banstead Downs and then we'll start section 6, I guess. So we've entered Banstead Downs from that end over there and we are walking towards the other end. And of course there is a golf course right next to us. Aha! That is the London Loop sign I've been looking for because I haven't seen one in ages. And it's right there. And it looks like we need to sort of jump over this very small fallen tree. We are quickly cutting through the golf course again and back into the woods. Okay, I had a quick look at the upcoming section. So we're still in section 7. We're going to be finishing section 7 in about another 250 meters and starting section 6 at Banstead. Yeah, it looks like terrain wise it's actually very similar to this section really. In fact, this entire day is going to be what I call mixed media, a bit of a woodland path like this, parks, suburban streets, sort of the in-betweens, but not as bad as an edgeland. This is like a nicer way of putting it. I guess when I was walking Uxbridge and the River Crane, I had a bit of a edgeland feeling, but at the moment it seems pretty straightforward. There is a sign coming up to say we need to go right. I think that's for those people who are going to Banstead Station, who are finishing or starting this loop, whereas I'm sort of continuing through it. So we're going to follow the path all the way to the end and then pick up section 7. We had to cross. Oh, I got a bit loud there. We had to cross that huge dual carriageway to get to the other side. I waited for about a good 3-4 minutes to actually cross it safely, but we made it to the other side now. Back into a golf course again, and we're heading towards those woods over there. Now, I thought I almost walked in the wrong direction, because it's asked me to go straight down the golf field, but luckily there's this little path over there. But unfortunately someone's knocked over the London Loop sign. Good thing I stopped and paid attention, so I know that I am going the right way. Well, yeah, I've looked up my planned route. It looks like we've completed section 7 and have officially started section 6. Now, this is a slightly longer section. So the previous one was 6.5k, and this is 8.2 or 1k, I believe. So it's going to take us about an hour and a half of walking this section to get to Coulsdon South, and then we'll have another section that is just over 10k. So yeah, so far so good. I'm just going to crack on with this walk. I guess when I find a nice open area with seating, I will have my short lunch break. Hopefully I can walk this section through all the way to Coulsdon South and have my lunch there, and then crack on with our last section of the day. Yeah, it's been quite straightforward and peaceful so far, so let's carry on. I just heard a train in the distance. I get a feeling that we are walking alongside a train track. We might have to cross it eventually. Yeah, just it's weird because sometimes these walks do parallel or are adjacent to train tracks and motorways and all sorts of infrastructure that gets people around. Yeah, little observation there. Very calm here actually. I think we finally left the golf course and walking into some woods. Yeah, signs everywhere. I was right about there being train tracks. If you look just behind me, there are train tracks over there, and obviously going to the other side as well. It's a nice little bridge that we need to cross over, and we are heading in this direction now. Distance wise, we've done 7.5k so far, so we are 1/3 of the way in. We got another 15.5k to go. Yeah, so far so good. I was overheating earlier. I'm a lot cooler now because the sun's gone down a little bit and we're walking through woods. I feel like I desperately need another water break. The problem with me is I always forget to drink water, so it gets to a point where I get really dehydrated and feel a bit lightheaded. So just to avoid that, what I do is I do carry more water than I need at the moment. I've got about 2 litres of water with me, but the problem is I keep forgetting to drink that water. So yes, I do take regular water breaks just to keep me hydrated and keep me going. We're walking through another quiet and beautiful woodland. It looks like it's a road, an access road of some sort, but I haven't seen any vehicles here so far. So far so good. I haven't had to look at my planned route to get here. I've been just following the signs. I might have to stop and quickly double check to make sure I am going the right way soon. Let's go. Alright guys, looks like we're on track. We're taking the right route. I've just had a quick short water break, so I feel refreshed already. We're just going to crack on with this route so far and get to the end of section 6, I believe. So the road I was walking on is an access road to a farm. So when I got to the end of that road, there are a couple of vehicles parked up. I think they're doing some sort of construction work. So I had to literally dodge past all of them, and we're back into a woodland trail now. I think people have taken their horses down this trail because there's plenty of horse poop on the ground. So just yeah, keep an eye out for horses as well if you're walking through section 6. So sign behind me saying public footpath and public right of way, so it looks like I have been walking on a public right of way, which means of course there are going to be horses. Yeah, just wanted to point that out. Sometimes it's not always very clearly signposted, but the London Loop signs on the other hand are all over the place today, because I think what's happening is, I've read recently that London Loop has tweeted that they are sending people to replace any missing signs and update signage. So I guess that's what's happening, and it looks like they've already updated some of the areas that I am currently walking now. I think they definitely need to send someone towards Barnet and Hadley to update the signs over there, because that is a section that I got constantly lost. Since then, things have been pretty straightforward really. Okay, we are more or less halfway through section 6 now. So yeah, this has been a pretty relaxing walk, no distractions. We haven't had to cross any major roads yet. I know for a fact we need to cross a major dual carriageway soon, and yeah, good section so far. Let's crack on. Okay, one of the other things that I've noticed today is we've been walking quite a lot of uphill today. Another reason why I'm feeling a bit tired. Got to a point where there's a couple of other loop signs. This route sort of goes all over the place, but the signage is quite clear. I feel like I need to cross over this road shortly, so let's find out. So I do have to cross over that road, but not quite yet, because this path sort of runs alongside the road for another couple of hundred meters. Then we need to cross that road over. I believe it's called Croydon Lane, and I believe it heads to Croydon, I guess. But yeah, so far so good. It's got really dark now, but that's because we're walking through some deep woods, and it is going to open up in a minute now. So I just took my lunch break at Oaks Park. It is such a beautiful park actually. So I was there for about a good 10 to 20 minutes. Too busy eating, so I lost track of time. It was exactly what I needed. We need to go cross that road again now and then crack on with our walking the rest of section 6. We're still sort of heading towards Coulsdon at the moment. So yeah, let's go. Crossing yet another bit of road. And we are taking the London Loop. Looks like it's going that way, so let's go. So we just came from that direction from Oaks Park, and we're going to be walking it up here in a minute. I just read a sign saying there is a lavender farm around here somewhere, and I just noticed all the crop behind me is actually a lavender. It hasn't fully bloomed yet because I feel like they bloom a bit later in the year, but wow, I'm definitely coming here again in autumn to see all the lavender. Wow. Okay, we've successfully crossed through the lavender farm. I guess obviously the people that own the farm need to make a living as well, so you do need to pay a fare to get in. So yeah, that's that. That's done and dusted. Let's crack on with this walk now. Such a lovely. Alright, we're coming up to another main road now. I thought I'd do a quick update. We have another 2.5k to go till we get to Coulsdon South, and then we'll be ending section 6 and starting section 5. This has been a pretty straightforward day so far, even though I started late. I am practically halfway through my walk, and I believe it's about 3 o'clock on the dot exactly. So we got another 2.5 hours of walking left till we end London Loop day 8. So let's go. currently walking along this very busy and loud country road. I think I've got another couple of 100 meters to go till we come off this road. Oh, I see a little path emerging in front of me. I guess we need to take that path because I don't think there are any more pavement left ahead of me. So let's have a quick look. Haha, that's the road behind me. There is no pavement, so we're going to be walking into this park over here, and there is a London Loop sign. Think we need to walk through here to get to that side over there. There's a tractor in the field behind me. It's cutting all the grass and all the crops, so I had to wait till they've done a circle through the path, because this path cuts right through the field to get to the other side. We're clear of the tractor now, we're back on the path, we're heading in the right direction. I guess this is something incredibly new, because this has never happened to me before. I haven't walked through a field before where there's a tractor and I have to wait till they've done their farming. I guess section 6 does have something different after all. Well, the good thing is we haven't got lost yet, so I'm just going to point that out without jinxing it. But yeah, so far so good, no complaints at all. I feel like we've already crossed over this field. We're going through to some sort of woodland area. I guess that's where we're going to pick up the rest of our London Loop. We've got some signage. Aha, the London Loop sign, and it looks like we're literally walking along this path over here till we get to Coulsdon South. I think this is an excellent time for me to do a quick summary of section 6. So we started section 6 at Banstead Downs, lovely open area, lovely park. It was pretty straightforward. We started off at a golf course and eventually walked through some main roads, so suburban roads and another woodland. The highlights must be the lavender field. Oaks Park was beautiful, and then walking through this current woodland path and the farm with the tractor. Yeah, so far so good, no complaints at all. I think we just need to crack on walking in that direction in a minute. I don't know if you can see that behind me. That is London in the distance. I've just quickly looked at my route. We're on the right track. I've also looked at the distance we covered so far. So far I've done 11.4k. That's exactly halfway through today's walk. So I've got another 11.4k to go. I guess in about another 2.4k we would reach Coulsdon South, and then the rest of it is from Coulsdon all the way to Hamsey Green. Yeah, so looking forward to that part as well. I feel like when I get to Coulsdon, depending on how big the town is, because I know it's a nice little small quaint town, I might actually take another break there and relax, because we've got plenty of time left today, and yeah, take it easy really, because this is going to be a busy week for me, because Monday I did the previous walk. I had a busy day yesterday at home. I've got another busy day tomorrow because it's results day, which means I need to be at work just to see what my kids have gotten, even though I know exactly what they've gotten because I've marked their work. But it's nice to go into work on results day to see what the kids have done, and I'm out tomorrow evening with some friends, so it's going to be a busy week for me. Plus I've got a ton of editing to do because I still haven't edited the last 2 walks. I think day 6, the one I did from Uxbridge to Hatton Cross, is currently being uploaded to YouTube, so it should be up there in the next few hours. But the other one I need to go home and edit. So yeah, that's that. So I've got a lot to do, but so I'm taking it a bit easy today. And Friday I'll be doing day 9. That's another long one. It's just over 30k. That is walking from Hamsey Green all the way to Pedswood. That means I can relax over the weekend and leave day 10, the last day of my walking challenge, to Monday, and then I can relax Tuesday and Wednesday before I have to get back to work on Thursday. So yeah, it's going to be a busy one actually. Section 6 is almost over. We are walking down to Coulsdon South. Got about another half a k to go till we get into the city centre near, or should I say the city, the town, the village, I don't know. I've never been to Coulsdon before, so I believe it's a little nice village in Surrey. Is it Surrey or are we still in London? I actually don't know. So yeah, basically we're heading down to Coulsdon, near Coulsdon South Station, where I will be finishing section 6 and starting section 5. Let's go. It is quite beautiful out here though, very quiet and serene. So technically we're actually still in London because Coulsdon is part of Croydon, and Croydon is a borough of London. So yeah, we're on the greater edge of London, and wow. Looks like we're crossing over some train tracks. But that's Coulsdon town over there. Okay, we are at Coulsdon South. That means I've just completed section 6 and we've started section 5 of London Loop. It's been good so far, it's very scenic. I didn't really want to film by the train station because when I got there, the train just arrived out the train, and I didn't want to stand in the middle of the train station and do my little film. So yeah, that's that. Now, last section of the day, section 5, it's about just over 10k, so we're going to get to Hamsey Green within the next 2 and a bit hours. And it's a different one because usually we would finish right next to a train station, but with this one we're finishing at Hamsey Green and there isn't a train station there, so I'll have to go to the nearest train station. In my case it is Whyteleafe or Upper Bollingham, one of those two, so I'll figure out when I get there which one is close to me and I'll go from there. So we are walking on the Happy Valley and the Farthing Downs nature trail. I am walking through grazing land, which means there's going to be cows over here, but we'll have to keep our distance away from the cows if we do come into any. Other than that, it's incredibly peaceful here. I haven't quite seen any loops much yet, so I can't go. I am in the right direction. I checked my phone, it is telling me I'm going the right way. I just want to make sure that I am actually going the right way. Wow, look at this, it's beautiful. As I was saying earlier, this is grazing land for cattle, so there hasn't been any cows so far, so I'm quite confident that there aren't any cows out here today. So we're going to carry on walking. It's a bit of an uphill climb, so I'm feeling it right now. And this path sort of follows for the next sort of 2.5k. So yeah, it should be a good one. There's also a helicopter in the distance. I don't know if there's a, small airport or a landing strip anywhere nearby, but it is what it is. So yeah, we're going to crack on. We have some cows on the said, they're doing their own thing. I'm going to say bye to them. Bye cows, and we are going to crack on with up. Because like I said earlier, this is grazing land, so they're going to be everywhere. But luckily, they know to stay on the other side of the road. And there are quite a few considerate drivers on the road, because I've seen a few cars go past and they've literally slowed down. And they were doing about 10 miles per hour, even slower, next to the cows, because the cows are right at the edge of the main road. Yeah, faith in humanity has been restored, I guess. Oh well, let's try. So we're leaving the open fields and entering Happy Valley. What a lovely name. So section 5 has been gorgeous so far. We've been just walking on the open empty fields with cattle grazing. So I'm quite sort of warm and overheated, but luckily I took a short break. We've entered Happy Valley now, so we're walking through woodlands. I guess this is a good way for me to cool down and enjoy the walk actually. I feel like we got another 6.5 to 7k left, which is not much at all. So we should be able to finish this walk within the next hour and a half, 2 hours I guess. By the time we get to Hamsey Green, it'll be an hour and a half, and by the time we get to the station, almost an hour and a quarter, 3/4. So yeah, in about 2 hours time, I would have completed London Loop Day 8, and I'll be on a train heading back home. Let's carry on. It's awfully quiet here, and it's quite serene and beautiful really. You wouldn't think this is London. I know a lot of people say this when they walk the London Loop or get to the countryside, but keep in mind about 200-300 years ago, London used to be, you know, it's practically countryside. Only the city of London was, you know, the city. This is quite relaxing as well. I feel like saying this, but Happy Valley is an ideal name for this valley, because just walking through here has calmed me down, and it feels like my anxiety's been reduced. And I guess the only anxiety I'm having right now is to the fact that I'm gonna be in work in less than a week, because I've had 4 weeks to relax. Summer holidays are almost over, and being a teacher means I am back to work on the 1st of September. So goal is to make the most out of the next week and a bit, and then get back to work, I guess. Wow. Section 5. You've been beautiful. I guess the highlight of this walk is the Farthing Downs and Happy Valley. This is absolutely beautiful. Like, I can just stay here till sunset if I needed to, and then go home, but I'm not going to do that. But look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Just gonna like take a minute to take it all in. Alright, let's crack on. Okay, still we are walking through Happy Valley, and we're heading towards Coulsdon Common. We've got another 5.5k to go till we get to Hamsey Green. So yeah, this walk has been beautiful so far. No complaints at all from me. I am well hydrated. I've took another water break. It's just a great way to spend a sunny Wednesday afternoon. Section 5 is definitely going to be on one of my favourite sections, I guess. Oh well. It's about 4:30 now, and I am walking towards Hamsey Green. So hopefully, and it's got I think I've got about another 5.5k to go. So even if I say I walk at 5k an hour, which is like an average pace, I should be done by 5:45, later 6 o'clock. So yeah, let's get on with it. So we just had to cross this busy road and we are back on the trail again. Okay guys, we have less than 5k to go on this walk. Now, we are finishing this walk at Hamsey Green, which is literally in sort of the middle of nowhere, as in it's near is it Whyteleafe and Upper Whyteleafe Station, and I feel like the section 5 just continues further on. So what we're going to do is, and what the map suggests, is that we finish at Hamsey Green just by the station and end the walk there and pick it up from there the following day. So in my case, it's going to be Friday, and carry on. So, which is a bit weird because normally every other section I've done so far, you would finish right next to or a few hundred meters away from a train station, whereas Hamsey Green is sort of further away from the train station. Yeah, it's an odd one, but what I'll do is, depending on how I feel, how far it is from the station, I might actually walk up to Hamsey Green, have a look and come back and get on the train. If I'm feeling a bit knackered by the time I get there, then I'd sort of end at Upper Whyteleafe Station, because I can get a train from there to Victoria, which is going to make my journey back home a lot easier, and then go from there really. But yeah, so far so good. 4.4k to go, so about an hour of walking left. Let's crack on. So I am walking down this really narrow road. Already 2 cars have passed me, so I'm just walking very cautiously. We're walking uphill now, and my legs are starting to ache, I guess, because terrain's been sort of up and down and up and down. This reminds me of walking the Seven Sisters clips, where we had to constantly go up and down. Oh well, because we kept walking downhill for the last half hour. So I guess we need to climb back up again now. Let's go. Whew. So we're back on flat terrain and flat ground, walking through a field to get to the other side. There are a couple of horses behind me, but they're on the other field, so they can't come after me. But yeah, it's been good so far. I am getting a bit tired because it was quite a warm day today, but I feel like because I've been walking long distances quite regularly, it's eventually getting to me though. But I need to sort of prepare my body by doing that, because I do enjoy doing this, and this has sort of kept me fit this entire month. Normally I would have hit the gym, cycled, but this month, because of my back injury, I think walking has kept me quite fit actually. Yeah, I've done a bit of cycling, but that's for later, I guess. I guess when we start work again, or I'm back to work on September, I can spend most evenings cycling and racking up the dirt miles, should I say. Oh well, let's crack on. Bit of a wonky London Loop sign telling us to go this way, so we're walking in that direction. All right, we've left the open fields and into a little sort of wooded area. We are not far from the end of our walk actually, and yeah, this entire day has been incredibly positive. Lovely scenery, clearly signposted, as we right there. I was just going to say it's clearly signposted, and the sign appears up nowhere. Yeah, just a beautiful day. I am so glad that I got it done today. Yeah, this means we got 2 more London Loop days to go. I know for a fact I'm doing London Loop day 9 on Friday, because it's a long one. It's just over 30k, so once we get it out of the way, then the following Monday we'll do London Loop day 10 and have a nice little celebration at the end. It's been a good few weeks. It's definitely been a good few weeks. Now I feel like I need to still, there's a couple of different turns, so I'm going to walk straight ahead to see where I'm going, but also quickly check my map to see I am going in the right direction. Looks like we're heading in the right direction. Oi. every now and then you do need to walk next to or on a very, very narrow country lane with no pavements. So if you see this, there's literally no pavement there at all. Luckily, a few drivers sort of slowed down and waited for me, but I'm sure that I can walk on this little tiny patch on this side now. Not too long on this road, actually, just a couple of 100 meters. Then we're going to come up to a nice open road afterwards. All right, we've safely made it to the other side. Looks like it's just a straight walk down this path all the way to the end, and then we'll get to the other side. So we've just entered Coulsdon Common. So yeah, this is the last stretch of our walk, heading towards Hamsey Green. Alright guys, we are almost at the end. I've got about 1.5k to go till we get to Hamsey Green. So let's quickly summarise today's walk. I guess it's been ideal really. Section 7 was beautiful, followed by section 8 was really calm and scenic. Then now we are doing section, no, I'm going the wrong way around. Yeah, section 7 when we started was beautiful. Then we had section 6 was amazing. Wow, look at that sun. And then we're doing section 5, walking all the way from South Coulsdon to Hamsey Green. It's been woodlands, pathways, and nice green areas. So literally no complaints here at all. I guess it's been a very good one. I'll do one more little update when I get to Hamsey Green and then to my train station. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's crack on with it, guys. So we're just leaving Kenley Common and heading towards Hamsey Green, which is this way, downhill. Yeah, this is like the worst terrain so far. In fact, I'm going to come off this and just walk on the actual ground, because taking these steps feel more dangerous. So yeah, we're just slowly walking down this bit here. These are the parts that you've got to be really careful, because if you slide or fall over here, it's going to be difficult for someone to get to you because you're in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, okay. Whoa, exactly what I was talking about. All right, camera put away. I'm gonna walk sensibly. I mean, look at those cliffs behind me. I didn't even know there were cliffs over here. Wow. Okay, now we finally made it to Whyteleafe Station. That means I've just completed section 5 of the London Loop and London Loop Day 8. Yeah, it's been a good one so far, guys. I've got a train that's coming up in about 3 minutes time, so I'm gonna call it a day. Take it easy and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.
And London Bridge. The next station is Kenley.
Hike is finally over. Cheers everyone. See you on the next one.